Welcome to AstroWeather of the Week for Monday, April 18th. The moon in Virgo will favor organization or reorganization as we are inclined to peruse details, which will be advantageous today because Pluto stations retrograde. Retrograde Pluto in Capricorn will have us looking inward while spurring soul evolution. Retrogrades affect us more internally, so we will be investigating our individual psyche and the patterns we witness in our life. This will help us better understand the structuring structures in our lives and help us heal to move forward. Pluto will also trine the moon, which gives us great confidence and assurance during the initial phase of this process. Retrograde Jupiter will be in an irritating aspect to the sun, so it may be harder than usual to keep upbeat unless you are totally aware of this and don't allow it to bring you down. Venus will trine Saturn as well, and this is a very harmonious aspect. Our current thoughts are really powerful right now, and this influence aids in manifesting, so we should be focusing on what we would like to experience in the future so that we will be happier. We consciously created the situation rather than suffering through the messes we didn't take responsibility in making. Commitments, agreements, contracts can be solidified under this influence. For Tuesday, April 19th, the sun moves into Taurus today, so this will have us feeling a little more down to earth and paced without distractions. Be sure not to allow boredom to creep in, though, during this grounding time. Focus on the beauty and complexity of all for inspiration. The moon moves into Libra, which is tied to making order and cooperation beautiful and graceful. Venus squares Pluto, which is a challenging aspect that will have us feeling the need to be more in control, and that all of our actions need to relate to some kind of successful end. This aspect is intense and can create extreme behavior, so we should be extra careful how we react and be aware of our actions and how they could be interpreted by others. We will feel more passive-aggressive and ready to engage in debate and power struggles. Be ready to withdraw and spend time on your own if you feel overwhelmed. Naps really help to reset April 20th. The sun will be in an irritating aspect with Saturn. This influence will have us feeling isolated and with little confidence if we let it get the best of us. Patience is the test of the day, and we may be called to take on challenges we might otherwise not even contemplate. So this will bring awareness to a truth that things are not always as they appear. We should also remember that Saturn is retrograde, and so we will be heavily invested in understanding our own psychology, setting schedules and restrictions on ourselves, and getting down to business. Today, April 21st, the moon enters Scorpio, so our moods and emotional bodies will be deeply affected, especially because the full moon is tomorrow. We will be called to remain centered in times of upheaval and be flexible with big change in short time spans. This is an intense time where we will feel the need for balance and patience, escape distractions, and gain inner peace. For Friday, April 22nd, it's a full moon in Scorpio today, and since the moon and the sign of Scorpio are independently tied to the emotional body, we will be heavily influenced by this full moon to uncover our power and discard all that is unwanted in the physical and energetic realm. We will be contemplating topics of loyalty and trust at a very deep level. Venus will be in a harmonious aspect with Uranus as well, and we will feel the urge to change or revamp our social and romantic areas of life. We will really want to express ourselves to others in exciting social situations, and we will have nothing to fear Because of this influence, we will take social risks and others will find our oddness attractive and interesting. Things are pretty fantastic during this time, but if we go with the flow, the frenetic but exciting opportunities and people will be popping into our reality. Saturday, April 23rd, the moon sextiles Pluto, which will give us extra good luck and financial savvy today. It's a great time to invest, start new projects, sign contracts, borrow money, win money, inherit money. Any positive aspect of money that you can think of, this is the influence under this aspect. This is a time of transformation of thought, of how we relate to work, and how we relate to financial abundance. Reevaluate outmoded thought patterns that could be holding you back from realizing your potential. This aspect really backs that. For Sunday, April 24th, the moon moves into Sagittarius, so we will be getting bursts of optimism mixed with motivation that will be excellent for winging it and taking adventures. Venus will be at odds with Mars, though, so while we may feel more tense than usual, we are inclined to make personal discoveries and advancements in the physical dimension. So it would be a good time to visit a new place, take a road trip, go hiking, experience something new, start an exercise program at home. We want to experiment now. This is the perfect time to do that. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next time.